Hey, this is Shan from DifferenceInSkill bringing you my new Spike Brothers deck profile. Now, Dudley Emperor is out and stuff. I actually made a video before, but I kind of lost it somewhere in the files of my computers. So I guess I might as well do another one now. So first of all, of course, the star of the deck, Dudley Emperor. Now, I play 4 of him. I don't see why you shouldn't. So, definitely 4 Dudley Emperors. And as always, you have to have 1 SP. Yeah, it's SP. Because that's the rule, right? If you ride something that's not SP, you don't get any effects of the card. It has to be SP. It says so on every card. It's on like the little text in the bottom. So, this card has Siegfried's ability to plus 3,000, making him a strong attacker, boosted by a Wonder Boy, hitting up to 21. Now, his other effect is Limit Break 4, Counterblast 2, Soul Charge 2 cards from your hand, and Superior Call 2 units from your deck to your field. It has to be 2. I don't think it's less. And even if it is, the cost is the same, so you lost a card. Like, you -1 yourself if you don't. Now, this can only call into open slots, just like Dudley Dan. So, yeah, not much to say. Good addition to the Spike Brothers deck. The version I play is a bit different from what people normally play, because I commit real hard and I try to win at like turn 3-4. And some people go like, I can last up to turn 7. And then I'm like, okay, why are you playing Spike Brothers? Like, the reason why Spike Brothers is so good, it has the ability to do that. Now, a lot of other decks have the ability to last to turn 7, so why don't you just play a different deck then, you know? But, you know, everyone has their own choices. I for one know that this build is very weird and different compared to other people, and I'll explain that. So this will be a deck profile and kind of a 101 to playing my build, and not in general, because there's a few different things you can do about it, so yeah. So yeah, 3 of him, 4 of him. And of course, 4 Juggernaut Maximum, because he is good card. He is good card, and he is good guy. So yeah, Soul Blast 1, plus 5k, base 11k, attack, go back to the deck, etc., etc. People should know this by now. So that's my grade 4, what am I smoking? Gonna grab some honey green tea. Damn, that's good stuff. It's tea, don't think it's something else. Okay, so that's my grade 3s. Grade 2s, of course, you play 4 10k beater. They're 10k beaters, not much to say. 4 high-speed Blackie, because he is good card. He is very good card. And aside from that, you know, it's basically just a smaller version of Juggernaut Maximum. Now, you can still use him. If you use him, attack and boost within first and Soul Blast, it's kind of the same. If you search for a Juggernaut and attack by itself, so it's fine. Like, I'll go through the examples later, so I'll put these aside with Dudley Emperor here. 1 Douglas and 2 General Zaraki. This is basically just player preference at this point. Basically, you have 3 extra slots if you want to run 11 grade 2s. And I decided to go for this because I kind of like his ability to leave the field and draw a card. It's okay, I don't expect it to happen. A lot of the top tier Japanese players are using Field Driller. Now, I'm not sure why. I can see it because, like, against something that's not a cross ride, it will do fine. But in a sense, playing these against a cross ride won't actually help either, because they'll hit for 17 at maximum. So in a sense, it's kind of the same whether you run Field Driller or these. Now, I wanted to play test with Field Drillers, but I kind of lost them. So actually, I will look for them right now and make the changes. Typical Chan to be unprepared for anything. 1. Where are you? 1, 2. I think there's only 2 per box. Yeah. Oh no, I got that one. Alright. So yeah, a lot of the top tier Japanese players are doing this. And as you know, Japanese players probably do know what they're doing. So I guess I might as well, because like I see the logic behind it, but I've never actually liked these. I guess it's okay in Spike Brothers because you don't actually have any way to get advantage. This also promotes them trying to block you early so they can't block you later. Because like if you hit and like you draw a card, you get more advantage, you have more stuff to waste. So I think that the idea behind it is that since Spike Brothers has no advantage engines, because like Dudley Emperor, Dudley Dan, they're both break-evens. So you don't actually get any advantage. Your advantage comes from power, and even though you get lots of power, you lose your card. So this deck is all break-even. But on the bright side, this deck has the ability to rush, so that's where the effectiveness of the deck comes from. But yeah, Field Driller, 7k grade 2. When this card attack hits the Vanguard, you have 4 or more other Spike Brothers rearguards. Basically, if it's in your rearguard zone, you need a full field for it to work. Now, situational as that may be, at like a later stage of the game, very much possible. So, basically, you need to boost this with a Wonder Boy, or else it's just complete trash. Because it has to hit the Vanguard. Unless their Vanguard is 9k, then sure, you have the total excuse to do it. I'll be playtesting these. I'll see how it goes. Maybe it's OP, maybe it's broken, who knows. Maybe I can get a +1 off this somehow. Alright, so that's my level 2s. New level 2s at least. Last episode of Fate Zero, says Mochaccino on the chat. Okay, so 4 Wonder Boy, very important. Wonder Boy, AK Beater, good card, yeah, good card. I'll put these aside because there's actually some special things I do with Wonder Boy. Now I play 3 Medical Manager. This gives me more breathing room if I want to expend Soul Blast randomly. Say like, oh, whatever, like Soul Blast, yeah, I have extra soul because I played some of these guys. Now, 4 might be overkill because you kind of need triggers to win. And like, you know, it doesn't benefit you. They're talking about Fate Zero, I kind of want to watch it now. Okay, anyways, so, the fact that you get extra soul doesn't actually mean that you can soul blast more than what you actually should. It means that you have breathing room if you wish to do so. It's also a 7k booster, so pretty good. I play 3 Deadly Daisy, just because of situational times where I had a terrible hand, and then I can actually spend Counterblast on it, which I normally don't. But once again, 7... Mochaccino saying some stupid things. Deadly Daisy, once again, similar to Douglas, when it comes into play in the battle phase, you can Counterblast 1 plus 5,000. Of course, they don't leave the field, but at the same time, it costs Counterblast, which is bad, because very strict on Counterblast in this deck. Yeah, so 3 Deadly Daisies. Don't plan on using them, but they're there. 2 Reckless Express. I would opt for 4, but I don't have 4, so I'll have to make do. Reckless Express is basically the level 1 version of High Speed Blackie. Now, when he attacks Soul Blast, it bumps up to 12. Boosted by Wonder Boy, it can hit for 20 with 2 level 1s. Now, you attack with this, it leaves, and you can call Juggernaut in its place. So, in the early stages of the game, if you had a row like this, normally it's bad, right? Because you have 14 on this row, and if you don't attack it, it'll always be 14. So you can just Soul Blast it out, and then play something over it without having to feel like you actually lost something, even though you did. But it's okay, you know. Reckless Express, very good card, another 7k booster. Now I played 2 Dudley Dan. Okay, this is weird, right? It's like, wait, why are you playing Dudley Dan? You have Dudley Emperor. Because in my opinion, I think Dudley Emperor is a bit too slow. I know it sounds weird, right? It's like, it's too slow, it doubles Dudley Dan's effect, blah, blah, blah. But it also has the limitation of being a limit break. Now, due to the fact that this guy here is a limit break, I don't expect to be at 4 damage on turn 3. Now, that's bad. If you are, you're probably not doing very well, or you just took a whole lot of hits, which is not good. Remember, early, it's not good, no. So, like, basically, turn 3, if I am at 4 damage, and hallelujah, he has no cards left because he tried to rush me, then I can just play it and kill people. But if I can't, because normally, on turn 3, I'm not at 4 damage yet, so I will use Dudley Dan once, like, legit, once to set up my field. Because, having, like, it's ideal to have Juggernaut, or Juggernaut Blackie, or at least 2 cards that can run back to the deck. Preferably not Reckless Express, because it's kind of hard to, like, guarantee that it's a good use, right? So, yeah, I still use Dudley Dans. I like them. It's a good plan B, especially if you, like, you know, ride Juggernaut and then never draw a Dudley Emperor. So it's a good plan B. Yeah, so very normal mecha trainer, best starting Vanguard in the game. Well, kinda. Conroe's actually better because it's in Kagero. You have more things to search for. But we'll have to make do with what we get, okay? As you can see, I didn't run any perfect guards. I don't think you should be running perfect guards in Spike Brothers anyways. But that's totally my opinion, so please chill, guys. Okay, so of course, no stand triggers. Stand triggers suck. Yeah, same. The trigger lineup is the same as before. So yeah, stand triggers suck. Don't talk to me about it. I'm not gonna answer you. Yeah. So okay, basically, I'll show you how I plan to play this. So let's see here. Okay, so this is like what? Come here, random 10k beater. Alright. Ah, mother! My bad. Stand fell. That's all. Okay, so you have... Alright, so you have these guys, and then let's say you drew into a Dudley Dan. Let's say you drew into one of those little guys. So you have Dudley Dan here, and you have Mecha Trainer, right? Mecha Trainer still chilling. Yeah, especially in this deck, you don't need to use Mecha Trainer if you don't need to. Now, Juggernaut and Mecha Trainer like this, it hits for 16 or 21, which is very good. This rogue can't get much better, because even if you say, if I boosted with, what's his face? Wonder Boy, I hit for 19. If my opponent has written a Gancelot, I'm hitting for magic numbers. Well, if they wrote a Gancelot, I don't see why you're losing it in any way, because Gancelot is pretty bad. So yeah, people think like it's necessary to move this out of the way, because it's only a 5k booster. But behind a Juggernaut, it doesn't matter what it is boosted by. You can boost it with a draw trigger, it's fine. Because then, like, you go, okay, Soul Blast, attack for 16. Okay, attack, Soul Blast 21. Now these are all fine numbers. I mean, like against a cross ride, maybe you need to switch this out for something else, like a 7k or an 8k. But in general, you want to keep him for as long as possible. If possible, you don't even have to use the counterblast. Therefore, you have space to use, like, I don't know, Dudley Daisy. But most of the time, you will be using him to search for Wonder Boy later. So basically, okay, like kind of like this. Alright, so you attack with this, and you have Emperor in your hand, you're waiting for it. So you attack with this, call this from your deck, because you have used his effect. His effect doesn't have a limitation, so you can use it at any damage. Use that at 2 damage, you can use that at 3 damage, whatevs. Okay, so you set up, okay, blah 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 blah, okay, next turn, blah 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 blah, take damage, blah blah blah, ride, blah blah blah, you're dead. Okay, so at this point, you have this on your field, and you most likely have another guy that can, like, you know, tag out, as they would call it in the Yugi Mans. And now time to look for something that can. Sure, say you have one of these guys. And then you have a Daisy behind it. Yeah, you called it. Now, due to Dudley Dan being useless now, I would normally just sack Mecha Trainer and look for, if they have 11k, Wonder Boy. If not, I'll choose for something else. And I would just raw replace it. And then, like, put anything behind this. Like, anything. This will work. This will work. This doesn't. Well, it could. Even Silence Joker could work, because it hits for 15. If they have 10k Vanguard, Silence Joker, Dudley Dan, anything behind Juggernaut works just fine. Okay, you don't have to always go, I need Wonder Boys on my field, because that's just weird. Okay, that's always that, but you know. All right, so say, okay, play, draw, trigger. All right, so some might say, but you're Blackie. If he attacks, he only hits 14. Okay, fine, boost and attack. But then you wasted blah blah blah. No, you don't. I'll show you. Okay, so say I had a plethora of soul. Okay, so I attack with this. All right, this boosted by this Soul Blast, 20 something. Goes back to the deck, and then attack with this by itself because it can't hit a good number. Okay, go back to the deck. Okay, now, you go away too. Okay, now I attack with Dudley Emperor. And then I soul charge 2 cards in my hand, and then I bring out 2 of these guys back, and then I attack and soul blast again. Now, okay, so let's see how much shield we needed to use. Okay, so let's see. In our current state, it was like this. He needs 15 shield, and this is all like, say, 11k Vanguard or 10k Vanguard. Not like Cross Ride, because then you'll have to have an ideal field. Okay, so 15 for this. Like, I'm counting no triggers at all. Okay, then 15 for this. Then he needs 10, so that's 40. And then he restands because you call another one, you play another one of these. Okay, so we're at 15, 15, 10, so that's 40. He needs another 10, so now we're at 50. Now we're at 65, because this is 15. Now you see he needed 65,000 worth of shield to live this turn, assuming he has that 4 damage and I didn't get any triggers. Now, of course, I'm not a scrub, I probably got a crit. Now he's really dead. Alright. So now let's try this again, like this. Okay, so he needs 10. Okay, he needs 10. They leave, they come back in the stand position, because you can call them out with him in the stand. So that's 10, 10, 15, 35, and then you attack with this, and then you attack with this. It's the same. Because both ways you get two strong attacks, 2 normal attacks. And it's the same. So basically, you didn't really have to, have your field juggernaut, as long as you know how to play it right. So yeah. I'm pretty sure I did the calculation right. If not, my bad. I'm Asian, so I can be forgiven. No, I can't because I'm Asian, But still, you don't really necessarily have to have your full field properly. So yeah, Dudley Emperor, very good card. SP Dudley Emperor, very nice looking card. Field Drillers, we'll see how they do. I have my hopes up for it to see if I actually think I know what they're doing with it. But Field Driller, it's bad in every other deck, that's for sure, because every other deck has a way to get advantage, and you just attack with this. I mean, in a deck that you don't have Conroe, or a thing that can tutor your 8k beater, don't use these, because then without it, you're being boosted by a 7k, and you're hitting for 14, and it's never really good. So yeah, Field Driller, I don't know. He's not that... I see what they want to do with it, but I don't think it's really that good. So this is my Spike Brothers deck profile, and big shoutouts to Mr. Nicotronic for wishing me a happy summer and renovations and crap. So happy summer to you too. And this is Channel for DifferenceInSkill, and hope you guys like this stuff. If you guys really do like this stuff, I'm gonna see some likes, because then it helps me and us get through what we're going through when we see our videos get lots of likes and comments. Because, it gives us something to do, and we know that people are watching because they want to watch and not watching because we're doing giveaways and everyone wants free things. Now, of course, probably will be doing those, but yeah, all this good stuff. So, we like it when we know that people like to watch our stuff. So remember, guys, like, comment, subscribe, blah, cards, card games, blah, bye-bye, bye!